Lord of the Eshin. Yes.
DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is the chief assassin and prime agent of Lord Sneak, a Lord of Decay and Night Lord of Clan Eshin. No one knows where Snitch is at any given time, which is an intentional plan enacted by the Night Lord. The fear that the DEATHMASTER puts into other clans and even those within the Eshin is priceless. His deeds have become legend amongst the Skaven, like when he killed Warlord Scud of Clan Merkpid, placing his head on top of 100 heads from his Stormvermin bodyguard, and when Clan Festerlingus dared to mutate their own mix of a giant rat and alligator, angering Clan Molder. It was Snitch's mark that was cut into the mutators' bodies. He's even killed the brother of Belegar Ironhammer in the middle of a dwarf hold. There's countless acts of murder that the races of man, elves, and dwarves cannot figure out. It's often been the DEATHMASTER. Clan Eshin is one of the 4 great Skaven clans that specializes in stealth, murder, poison, and assassination learned from Cathay in the Far East. Out of all of the clans that populate the Under Empire, Clan Eshin is the most secretive of them all. Now their plans for power are being put into play. Hey everyone, it's finally time to go full Naruto in the form of DEATHMASTER SNIKCH, the tri-blade using Rat Master. Let's go have a look over here at our faction effects. Oh, and to let you know, I will be playing on very hard on Mortal Empires. So over here we have access to Clan Eshin Shadowy Dealings, which we'll see once we're in the game. I do know of one that's quite interesting, where you can essentially destroy a faction after 100 turns. Maybe we could finally get rid of the dwarfs or the Empire after they snowball. Over here we've got a recruitment cost that goes up by 200% for all non-Eshin units. Okay, so we're going all in for our clan. Clan loyalty, Eshin Lords never defect, so we no longer need to worry about that. Then our Gutter Runners and Night Runners will have armor piercing. That's going to change things up dramatically. And finally, for pertinent Lord effects, ambush chance goes up by 25%, plus 8 melee attack for all Lords embedded in his army. And finally, concealment bombs. Very good. So we're going to be using him extensively for ambushing and assassinating. And finally, we begin with Eshin Triads, a Guandao unit. They have armor piercing and anti-large capabilities. Over here are our Gutter Runners. And finally, the Warp Grinders, and they have a very high weapon strength of 96, armor piercing as well. And let's get ready now. It's time to go in.
Tz'arkan, a demon cruel beyond compare, imprisoned by fools who sought to harness his dark might. All soon perished. Still, the demon could not slip his chains. Millennia passed, then mortal greed found him once more. The drinker of worlds was loose. Yet, in a twist of fate, Tz'arkan's liberator became only another cage. Raging at their undesired bond, demon and host enact vengeance upon this world. All shudder, save for the Skaven. Deep in their under-empire, noisome warlords plot to seize this hell-sent power. The Eshin Master Assassin must hunt it down, else lose his Night Lord's capricious favor, a fate every Skaven fears. So Snitch's poison blades will find their target, whomever it may be. The Witch King knows well where Tz'arkan lurks, for its host dances to his tune. Malekith promises the elixir to subjugate the demon shade, if the fabled scrolls of Hecate are first brought to him. Tz'arkan's possession has cost Malus Darkblade dearly. He cannot refuse. To the rat-infested Southlands he must go. Rat Deathmaster and Druchii Tyrant, bound for battle, but neither knowing it yet. All the world will quail when shadow meets blade. Elusive Deathmaster, Your enemies here are oblivious of your presence. Use the knowledge you have acquired from the east to secure these lands for Clan Eshin. Brutish orcs and vile goblins gather along the coast. Their savagery will not protect them from the blade in the shadows. See to their removal. The Dragon Isles to the south hide many powerful monsters, some unknown in nature. Such threats should be dealt with carefully, but ruthlessly. The dwarfs of Karak Azul dwell in the nearby mountains, holding out against the greenskins. Let them kill one another, then take what is left of their crumbling realms. Send the agents of Eshin out into the world, Deathmaster, with the weeping blades in claw and tail. You are but a creeping rumor that will cause all to fear the shadows.
Oh, you're right about that. Shadowy dealings of all the great Skaven clans, Eshin perform acts of stealth and subterfuge like no other. Schemes will naturally, being Skaven, develop over the course of the campaign and can be used to send your lords and heroes to perform a host of instantly successful actions upon armies, characters, or settlements. Once completed, the agent may have to slip back into the shadows for a number of turns to lay low and recover. Good to know. Greater clan contracts. Backstabbing is a way of life for the Skaven, and therefore greater clans. As their unseen leaders vie for power over one another in the Council of 13, you can undertake their ruthless contracts in return for access to their clan's prized units and contraptions. Skaven under Empire, we know all about that. We can corrupt things. Alright, so we are now ready. We do have one scheme, and we have one chapter objective to look at. Uprisings from below. So, if I occupy, loot, raise, or sack 4 different locations, I'll gain 2,000 gold. I'll take it. There's my one scheme. So let's have a look at where we're at right now. Right up to the north of Malus Darkblade. That's really good to know. I had no idea that he was over here. Okay. And by he, I mean the Deathmaster. My Malus campaign will have to be a bit wary of him. Okay, here's our Sorcerer. I think I'll probably use him right after we take out our friend over here. I could wait for one turn. Now, our schemes are pretty darn good. We could do things like Still 1 Ancillary. What's over here? We can infiltrate their camp to reduce leadership by 10. That could really change up a huge battle. We could get Vision of a Province, and the more schemes we get, the better things that we can do. I think early on, what I'll do, I'll probably focus on stealing items from them. That'll be really good. Night Lords say so. I see. Interesting. His recovery time, let's see, 2 turns total. Yeah, I could certainly do that, but currently he's busy, and he requires a higher rank for that, so we've got to wait. And we have clan contracts that will eventually pop up in 2 turns, so we'll look more at that later on. So before I do anything for that, I would rather go into combat with a bit of magic. Okay, here's Flayed Rock. At Flayed Rock, we've already got the Den of Dread Deeds, providing 400 gold for income, plus 4 to public order. We're generating 3 food. Not bad. Okay, what else do we want then? More food could certainly work. Getting more growth. I mean, that's always a pretty sound idea. Do we need, we don't need more, no, we do not need more public order. I just saw that. That's really a lot. We're getting plus 6 per turn, and we're not even inside of that location. So instead, what we'll do, we'll come over here to get, let's see, the Hidden Layer. Now, it's finally time to go into combat. Let's see what we can do. Oh, you've been ambushed. I won't use up any of my stored up food. We have an ambush playing out right now. We have Deathmaster Snitch going right after their Goblin Great Shaman. He's at 460 weapon strength, 70 melee attack. He's about to brutalize them. You can see him just move in. Right over here, we have our infantry on one side. They'll all be charging in. We've got our Night Runners right over here, and our Gutter Runners too on the northeast. And it looks like we've got our Night Runners that have slings right over here on the northwest. So here's our job. Our job is to just surround them and harass them. We can use our ranged units to hit them from behind, and it's going to be a very brief battle because of it. So let's go check it out right now. We're in a more cinematic view, but we can still make out everything due to all of the unit icons. Let me know if you prefer that over just a pure cinematic battle with only me showing them sometimes. But there is our Deathmaster right now, getting a lot of kills right in the midst of a lot of goblins. And there are so many more to worry about. There goes our Warp Grinders. I wanted them to go after one enemy target at a time while all of my range units continued to attack. They did use their Quake ability, dealing damage to our foes and also slowing them down as well, as you can see right over here. Warp Quake. Oh man, it's good. And here are our Eshin Triads at 20 kills going after Night Goblin Archers. Back over here, we have Night Runners who are still eliminating enemies who are trying to flee like these mini archers. And there is a Goblin Great Shaman who is unable to move right now. Our infantry is still fighting some goblins on the front lines, but they're going to be breaking very soon. And for Deathmaster Snitch, he's at nearly 40 kills now. His Tri-Blade attack is pretty deadly. There they go. Wait until I get my area of effect ability, then they're just done for. The Warp Grinders are at 30 kills. They have a magical attack. They're very good, and they can also break down gates quickly. You can see that my Night Runners have 16 and 40, 50 kills now. I mean, they are easily able to take on anyone who barely has any armor at all. Oh, there's all that grinding that's going on. Let's have a better look at the battle. It's pretty much over. There are only a few enemies who are trying to come back. The Deathmaster is back over here fighting in the midst of a group of goblins who are still remaining. When it comes to everyone else, we can have a quick look at that. Their Shaman is being chased down and most of their units have already broken. Those who are coming back, we will counter with another charge, or we can have our range units go hit them. But there is a Deathmaster now hitting them, and we can see that some of our range attacks are going after these encroaching goblins who are now being hit by a variety of things. There they go. Warp Grinders got them. Now they're broken and leaving. Look at all of that. Another Quake again. It's a nice ability. The Nasty Skulkers only got 1 kill. They are unable to move. 80 kills for the Deathmaster. It's only battle number 1. And our Ashen Sorcerer, 44 kills. Usually spellcasters take a bit to pop off, but my god, look at that Ashen Sorcerer. That did a lot of damage. These battles I will certainly not do in a cinematic view as much now that I kind of look at it a little bit more, only because there's going to be so much going on. There's not going to be like clear-cut lines as often. We're just going to be all over the map, but it looks like there's only 1 enemy left. Right over here, we're at how many kills? 20 and 72 kills, chasing off all of these units. It's all over for them. That was a good and solid win, and even their Great Shaman. Right over here. How's it going? We can just watch him go away. He speeds up and he executes. He sees and he takes. After that major win, we can now move on. Let's eat them. I mean, +2 to food sounds pretty good, but I've got plenty. I'm at 62 currently. We've gained a Berserker Sword. And we're at rank 2. Let's go have a look at our abilities. Naturally, in the very beginning, we always pick up Route Marcher. Over at rank 8, we'll finally be able to reduce enemy leadership and have a higher chance to ambush. I like that. What's over here for our Sorcerer? I'm going to give to you Warp Stars. There we are. Okay, and it's time for you to pop out right about now. You've got a job to go do. I just wanted you to level up after 1 battle. Now their entire army has been destroyed. We'll take more replenishment. I usually take that, and we have gained more food. We're at 70. +18, +10 to growth, +5 to leadership when in own or allied territory, and +1 to public order. Okay, let's have a look at where we want to head to. The Haunted Forest. If I come over here, the garrison is really not too large. We should be fine. Okay, at rank 3, what am I going to give you? Quest for Whirl of Weeping Blades. Oh, that'll change up our battles quite a bit. So we'll take for right now a tail weapon. I usually go for a command line, but I think we need to make him a little bit stronger. 50% reduction in armor. Now that's really strong. No, he's going to be just fine. You've got your blade, you've got your amulet, so you have 2 items total. And we'll be there in 1 more turn. Very good. Now for research, it's very easy. We only have 1 option. Devious plans. Skaven slaves will be cheaper by 13%, and all units will be cheaper to recruit by 5%. Okay. Now for a shadowy dealing, we need to get some items. Why not? A cooldown of 10 turns. Yeah, we'll take it from right over here.
Blades hidden. Blades.
All right. That's all over. Stash rations, 20 food. Huh. Action cooldown time, 10 turns. Resets all of my schemes. Yeah, these will take time to reset, so we'll wait on them. Oh, +5 to melee attack. That's really good. Grand Banner of Clan Superiority. All right. Oh, I like that a lot. That's going to help out when we attack another faction. And it looks like you still do get experience. Toxic Rain. Casting. Okay, map wide. Skitter Leap. Armor of Darkness for a lot of armor. Veil of Shadows to break up our foes. We'll take for right now Toxic Rain. It'll work well whenever I use Warp Stars. Alright, come back on in. Now we can end our turn. See, I could have moved back to recruit. I suppose they can't join in on the same turn. Good to know. I had a feeling that would be the case. Here we go. And again, to show off the end turn times, look at that just blaze on by. That's incredible. That's a life-changing thing for me and for all of you too, for sure. You want to check your phone or read a book while you're waiting. Here we have a new quest issued. Look at these awesome items. +10 to leadership for our unique Eshin units. We get a nice ability that deals a lot of AoE damage. We just need to kill 1,000 enemies in battle. Ensure that Snitch's personal weeping blades are sharpened, that they are literally up to scratch, and stab, preferably. Alright, now what about technology? Fight dirty, absolutely. 10% more weapon strength and missile damage for Night Runners and Gutter Runner units. So we get to come down here into battle once more. What about a good dealing? Oh, no. Right. We need to wait for all of that stuff. So we can leave it alone. Now come join me then. It's time to go back into battle. Oh, it's going to be challenging, so I will need to go in. For +5 to melee attack, naturally, we'll give it over to our leader. We could harass their army. That could be a decent idea. Yeah, I'll use one just so that we can have one distraction. They do have Orc Boys. Orc Boys will not be easy to kill. They have 34 weapon strength, 20 charge bonus. They can easily beat any of my infantry. Any of them. Here is another large battle. We have our infantry right over here with the Ashen Triads, our Ashen Sorcerer, and DEATHMASTER SNIKCH. They'll be moving in just a little while. My other ranged units are way out here on their own. Gutter Runners are now moving in. We're going to target their archers in the very beginning. Our slings clearly have more range at 140. Their archers have a range of 115, so we can just shoot them if we want to, but we're trying to deal a lot of damage and quickly. And I have all of my infantry back here because I do not want them to engage right now. They are heavily damaged. Not all of them, but some groups are. So let's go have a look at what's happening. We can see how quickly they're dropping. It's really not taking too long for them to lose their lives in the midst of this exchange. We're much deadlier. We have armor piercing. These goblins, they're done for. It's over. They're already wavering. If we can focus a few slings on one target, they'll break so quickly. Now again, Orc Boys have shields. They're pretty strong. They know how to deal a lot of damage, but I think we're going to be okay. Right over here are the Gutter Runners. They're moving back. They are being hit. They've taken a few losses, but that is all right too. Over here we have our Ashen Sorcerer, who's been launching his special, stars, killing as many as he's able to. We can get a good perspective of the battle, and I haven't really seen him too close yet. Oh, that's awesome. That's a cool staff. That's some pretty good stuff. So we summoned in some clan rats right over here to go after one group of Goblin Archers. That way they can't bother us. And also it provides a very rudimentary but effective distraction. There is a few more stars being fired away from our Ashen Sorcerer. Over here we have our ranged unit still really bothering these Orc Boys. They can't get to us. They're unable to meet us in combat, which has got to be frustrating when they move away like that. Let's go look over here. We have hidden units now revealed. The Eshin Triads used their concealment bombs to stay hidden, and now they're fighting goblins. A pretty big group too. They're at 25 weapon strength. Our Triads are stronger though at a very high 30, and also they're able to debuff their armor by 50%. So they're only at 12 armor right now, which is not a huge deal for like lowly armored units, I suppose, or maybe they need everything they can get. And so DEATHMASTER SNIKCH tried to go after their leader, but unfortunately he's being screened by a few goblins. Let's get a nice look overall. Let's see. Our infantry are now moving in right into the middle to handle anyone that comes towards us. Our ranged units are still harassing these poor units who were unable to really do too much damage to us at all or even meet us in combat. These Gutter Runners are so powerful. Check that out. They are so darn good at what they do. Snares net, right. Affects enemies in range. Their speed goes down by 12%. That's really nasty. They have sneaky stabbing for more armor piercing damage, but they can't hit us. You can't sneaky stab if you can't reach us. Right over here, we beat those goblins. Those goblins are now done for, and we have DEATHMASTER SNIKCH, who hasn't really gotten too many kills, or none at all. I shouldn't say too many, but none at all. But don't tell him that. He might stab you. So we can just see how using our range and our mobility, we're easily beating him. Yeah, Clan Eshin being added in like this here is really what they needed to perform well, in my view. Now we're going after their Goblin Great Shaman, who's unable to move, so the DEATHMASTER is going to get some payback. It's a pretty comical little fight. These two are going at it. It's nearly over for him. The battle is now won. It's time to chase after that Goblin Great Shaman. Oh, it's so good. Come on, don't let him go. You know what to do here. It's insane how quick he moves. Oh, beheaded. That battle sold it for me. I love this faction. This is fantastic. 18 losses, over 800 of them killed. I could expand my under empire, but no, we're going to take it. Now, how much food am I going to use up? A tier 2 location? Sure. Probably get a lot more food. Hack is killed. He couldn't hack it. The sudden kill scheme. There's always a time to act. That time is now. Let us move quick, fast, and kill. Oh, yes. Rank 4 over here. What are we going to pick up then? Ruin and Decay, you say? Blade Master? We'll take Blade Master. I want him to hit every single strike, to land every single one of them. And rank 4 for you. Okay, Skitter Leap. I do like that enhancement to speed, and Armor of Darkness is pretty good. It's a bit cheaper to use, so I'll take that instead. Alright, what can you do? More damage for my Night Runners and Gutter Runners. I won't be using that for quite some time. I'm going to save up my gold. Okay, Assassin's Hideout. We could switch it over to our other location. Yeah, it's probably a better idea. I didn't know how easily I would take this location, but now I do know. Alright, so walls are pretty nice to have, sure. Or we keep it there for right now, because I've got a pretty decent army, and I just pick up more Night Runners that have slings. I mean, they are relatively cheap. Yeah, why don't we do that? More Night Runners. That sounds really good to me. So we'll take 3 of them total. We could replenish for 1 or 2 more turns, and then move on. We'll have another dealing to utilize very soon. It's a used scheme. It'll take 4 turns to replenish it, so I'll have to wait for a clan contract anyway, I'm sure. But here we go. Now we're just getting ready to go after Pig Barter. After Pig Barter, we'll see where we go. We've got some objectives to complete, naturally. Let's have a look over here. Alright, 4 different locations. I've got to perform 4 rituals. The Night Lord say so. Ooh, I need to have how many? 15 rituals completed. I need to destroy quite a few factions. That does help me focus on my goals. I do like these. These are actually pretty good. Yeah, I could certainly do that, I'm sure. Alright, right over here, Clan Barracks. I'll have to pick up some of them just because, I mean, they're pretty good placeholders to help me hold out there. Yeah, they're a bit more expensive than, of course, you would like them to be, but they're not so bad. Do not have additional recruitment costs, really. Very nice. Alright, let's begin to move out towards Pig Barter. That isn't too difficult. 3 more turns to go until we get our scheme back. And while we do that, let's pick up some pretty cheap units, I think. Well, actually, Night Runners are pretty good. I mean, they've got 26 weapon strength, a very low melee defense, of course. Yeah, I'll take 2 more slings. Then I'll take some Clan Rat Spears because we have the income for it. I'm not going to pick that up over here. I'll probably put it over in Pig Barter. It's only a tier 3 building, so I do want to move it eventually. Let's go look over here at Shadowy Dealings. Awaiting contract. Okay. After the next council meeting. I see. Everyone is okay with me, right? They're okay with me, hopefully. Now it's time for me to end my turn. Again, there are actions that we could potentially take. Yeah, that'll have to wait for right now. The Night Lords say so. But we'll be ready for that eventually once he's at a higher level and we're all prepped up for it. Usually I kind of like take out all of these in turns, but they're so quick, especially early on, that I don't really feel like there's a need. We could just press a button and be right where we need to go. Done. Okay, we nearly have a full army. I'm losing a lot of fundage. I have 17 out of 20 units. It's only, yeah, let's just kind of run up. I know that's a little bit daring. They might even attack me if they have another army close by somewhere, but no, it looks like we're pretty clear. We're pretty good to go. But that's largely why I do take out turn times, because sometimes you just need to move and end turns, which is what we're doing right now. So now that we're doing that, hey, we're just going to a new position. We're getting right over to Pig Barter. Things are flying by at the speed of sound. Never thought I would see that day happen. I'm okay with it. I'm not mad. Okay, Molder contract received. You've been issued a contract by the Pack Lord Verminkin of Clan Molder. The nightmarishly mutated throttling he'd sent from Skavenblight with missive in Claw Tongue was hard to look at. Oh god, Claw Tongue. But it promptly died in a puddle of gory ooze once it had served its purpose. Oh boy. There will be issues if I take their side. Let's go look over here. Okay, they want me to spy on Clan Moors. Interesting. Now, because you want me to do that, they won't like me very much. Our reputation will go down. I don't know if I wanted to. I wonder if there's like other ways to enhance it, or if I just have to like juggle all of these. It seems like I'll probably have to juggle all of these over here. Oh yeah. I don't have any reputation with them at all. I'm at 0. So we'll need to certainly be careful in what we do. It's only a level 1 contract. Steal Skaven technology. Ooh, I do like that as well. Sneaky scouting, food raid, small heist. Alright, well, it is almost time for me to be gone again, just so that we can get to a new area. Have a look over here. See, that will let me go to Pig Barter. I need rank 5. I'm not going to use him. Unless we're not like actively doing anything with them. Let's see, what do we have over here? A very minor settlement. It looks like we destroyed everything they had. We did lose a lot in that auto-resolve. My god. Okay, so I've got a lot of food. But, again, having another tier 2 location is just truly ideal. Iron Curse Icon will negate 10% of missile damage. We have Noblar Country, which is a great name. Okay, so we have killed 1,000 foes. We have gained 5,000 gold because of it. They already gave me my weapon. My god, okay, I didn't need to do like a long quest for it. That's going to change up our campaign. All right, we'll take Alarmed Tunnel for our bigger garrison. We can get rid of the Rubbish Pit. We can get rid of our Hidden Lair. And over here, let's produce... Oh, I do need to watch out for a few things. So it said, why don't I get expansionist planning for cheaper buildings? We do have a lot of public order issues. I might even need to run back over here to Flayed Rock to defend it. Okay, rank 5. What am I going to do for rank 5? I'm going to give... Oh, the Cloud of Shadows is next. That's a really good cloak. Plus 5 to melee defense. Expert Thief for later at rank 6. That'd be nice to have too. So we'll just pick up Blade Master again. He's at 90 melee attack. Our Sorcerer has gone up too. Rat Karuta. Oh my god, really? No, we've got to take it. It's time. Innovative Eastern techniques of armor assembly make it slightly less dangerous for the Sorcerer to be in range of their enemy's attacks. Yeah, we need that, right? Gotta have that. That's too goofy. I love that way too much. Okay, so now we need a new enemy to go after. Oh wait, no, we still have one more location to take. No wonder they had no army over here. So we need the Fortress of Varag. Oh boy. That should be good. Alright, what else do I want while I have time and gold? I could take some shields, absolutely so. I'll take 3 of them. Alright, that should be a sufficient army for right now, for now. In the future, will I need more units? Oh, yeah. But that will do it. That'll change up how we do it, what we do. It'll just all be good times. All right, quest issued. Recruit the following assassin. We can read that later whenever we get one. We have a new scheme, the Dominating Scheme, a new right unlocked here. Public order, food goes up, growth goes up, recruitment cost goes down. All good stuff, but things I do not need. Control A and Control M to combine what units we do have. That way we only have a few that are not full. All right. Look at that. We've got options now. We've got things that we can do. Okay. So I could wait here, but I would rather go after our foes right away. I mean, I would like to increase the number of available schemes. But again, I need to wait on that. Just because I need to conquer one more location, and I do need more food. Alright, so we do have Flayed Rock here. The Den of Dread Deeds, 400 gold. We know all about that. It won't upgrade. So what are we going to put over here? It's going to be something that will go up. Now, Warpfire Throwers early on sound really good. We could use some public order too. I forgot about that issue. We've got some issues with that. What about pig barter? Pig barter, you're still, you know, working your way up. We'll take our hidden layer again because we need another recruitment building, and we'll try to make it over here. Now I've got my underway. That'll be a little bit faster. Ooh, that's going to be interesting. Okay, I'll have to watch out. I need more public order. +2. All right, that'll put me at -5. If I reduce taxation, I lose a little bit of gold per turn, so we could certainly do that too. I could instead spend 3,000 gold right now to get more public order on top of that. That would give me a total of +4, but that still wouldn't cover it. Yeah, we'll just go in and try to figure out what we can do. That will go down over time. We did take it over, so it's -9 left for 9 turns. Now let's end our turn. I would rather them come out to fight me on the field to where I have a chance to ambush them, but if we can't do that, then we're just going to head to the Fortress of Varag and take it over. Okay, here's another contract by the Archlich, or not the Archlich, oh, wrong setting. Arch Plague Lord Nurglich of Clan Pestilence. That's a mouthful. All right, what's over here now? Our hidden layer, we can upgrade it into 1 assassin's hideout. I'll do that, only 2,000 gold total. I've got the gold for it. I've got the units too. So why don't we head right in to go take out our enemies? It's a lot of goblins. Oh, that should be very interesting. Okay. So they might come out on the field to attack me. If they do, we have got to move quickly. No, I have a feeling they'll come after me. Now, if I take the sudden kill scheme, more damage, more speed, we get stalk and snipe too. You know what? It's only 1,000. We'll use it because we need it, because we're fighting a large enemy army. Oh boy, that should change up everything. 22 missile damage, 18 over here. We've also got snipe, which means they are hidden while they fire. They were already very strong, so imagine that. Now, just in case they do not attack, they probably will, but just in case they do not, we'll try to build up a siege tower. But we know that they're coming our way. They can't help themselves. It's a tempting target, for sure. I don't blame them at all. There we go. Now it's time for a new battle. Now here is a much bigger battle for DEATHMASTER SNIKCH. He's going to use his full cunning and his full stabby bits to win this fight. Over here on the right flank, we have our Knight Runners and Gutter Runners working together. We also have our Ashen Sorcerer over here. You can see that they have a very large army. They have reinforcements coming in. We're looking at many Goblins and Goblin Archers. Right over here, on the left flank, we have all of our slings, and they'll be trying to harass and lure in our foes. And further off to the left-hand side, we've got DEATHMASTER SNIKCH. When it comes to our main army, we have a pretty dense formation. That is intentional. Our Warp Grinders will wait back over here, and we're going to extend out and protect what we can. You'll see what I'm talking about in just a little while. But let's go back to normal speeds as we check things out. Zap Spark is so very powerful. Look at that. Using his star ability again. It lands, getting 6 kills. It's a cheap spell too, so it's a great way to weaken a group. We've already taken out a group of Goblin Archers thanks to all of our slings. Of course, I mean, they won't be as effectual whenever they're having to deal with other enemies that are charging towards them because they'll have to move away. But over here, there goes our Knight Runners that will be able to hit all of these Goblins. We'll try to lure them away. It requires so much micromanagement. It's actually better that I get to focus on that rather than just trying to command and talk at the same time, because I wouldn't be able to zoom in at all. I wouldn't be able to show you any of this, and I think I will keep the unit icons up, and we'll see how that plays out. But we can always remove them if we want to. Let's have a look over here now. We've got some archers to go after. I keep trying to go after these archers just because of how deadly they are. If we look at right over here, we've got Knight Runners moving away, more Goblins moving away. And here's what I'm doing now. Here's my quick dense formation that's now extending outwards. We can see where they're moving. They're extending out in a long line. My slings will be protected, and we can then flank who we want to. DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is using concealment bombs to try to go after that Goblin Great Shaman to kill him, maybe even before he's able to enter the battle. Those clan rats who were helping me out are now gone, but they did break a group of Goblin Archers. They were a great distraction. Over here are my Knight Runners who are unfortunately overlapping. They did get a few kills, but they need to be able to get a lot more. We can even see on the minimap what's happening right now. Our Sorcerer is moving away at 20 kills right now. We have a group of Knight Runners right over here. They're at 13 kills, a holy number for us. And we have a big charge happening right now from a few of their units. I'm now now moving in my warp grinders, and I suppose we can go into a more cinematic view for things where we know what is going on. And I have a much better perspective on that for sure. So here we go. Warp grinders are now going to use their special ability to break apart these goblins. And we're also going to be able to flank them with a few slings too over there on the left-hand side. So there we go. Those kills are going to be able to go up, or at least they'll be disrupted. Let's have a look over here. So we have more goblins moving in. We're going to continue to hit them. We have enough to handle our right flank and to keep things together. We have one group over here at 62 kills. My gutter runners are killing a lot, and my night runners are still trying to go after these blasted goblin archers. It looks like we were unable to get that great shaman, and DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is all over here on his own. He's at over 10 kills now, but he's fighting a large group and he has low armor, so we don't want him to be there for too long. Let's go back to the main front lines over here. My clan rat spears are now charging in. Eventually they will all have names, but for now they do not. They're just rats. Hopefully they'll survive. There we go. We're now crushing these goblins. We're crushing it. And over here on the left-hand side, we've got more slings that will move in to go after the advancing enemy force that's trying to help out their advanced front line. And let's keep on looking out elsewhere. So over here we have Eshin Triads at 22 kills. They broke these goblins, fighting with a bunch of night runners who have 39 kills. We have a group over here that has minimal goblins left. There's another ability used by Zapspark. He's at over 50 kills now. That's incredible. Our Ashen Sorcerer is so darn good. Now these night runners are moving away. The archers are still alive. They got 9 kills and did a lot of damage, but that's okay. We have gutter runners over here at 72 kills. They'll be back in time. Let's go back to the front lines over here. So we're now able to move in. You can see what we're doing. We're targeting one group of archers right down over there. We're still fighting a few goblins back over here, but they are beginning to break. And as we advance slightly upwards, we're now beginning to charge into some orc boys. And DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is now moving back, who's currently at 47 kills. On his right flank, we've got Eshin Triads who are flanking a group of goblins who are only at 12 kills, and they're now dying. Night runners are also charging in. If they have no ammo, we could use them in melee combat, at least to flank. That way they won't lose too many and we can preserve their lives for future battles. And over here are more goblins still being hit. I mean, look at what they're throwing as they run away. With that special buff that we have, we're looking at how many? 22 missile damage. That's very high. Let's go back to the front lines again. DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is now moving up at over 50 kills. There's another, Gazamork or whatever it's called from the Goblin Grade Shaman. Actually, let's go look at him real quick. He's only at 1,099 health. We keep beheading so many other shamans. That's what I get for killing them. Oh, Vindictive Glare. That's it. That's it. I haven't played the orcs in so long, or even fought them continually for a very long time. Okay, these night runners are now flanking some enemies right over here. So these orcs are going to be torn apart, and they are being torn apart right now. See, look at that. There's nothing left for them. We've got some more rats moving in, ready to hit more of them. We're trying to get to these archers way back there. They are surrounded by many of their friends. Our warp grinders have nearly 50 kills now. They're at 47. DEATHMASTER SNIKCH is at 86 kills, and over here we're breaking some more goblins. On the right flank, we have many enemies cleared up. We're just chasing after them, or they're rallying and coming back into the fight, but they're not going to be able to get too much further. We're going to be able to stop them, and here we go with more of our night runners and our, more night runners. 74 kills total. You can see how many we've taken out. We kind of know where the battle is taking place. Let's have a good look at it in a more cinematic view, and then we can pop back and check things out. Over 100 kills by the DEATHMASTER. More goblins have been broken. The warp grinders are at 49 kills, so they haven't really gotten too many since we last looked at them. Our slings, they're still targeting one enemy group right over here. Those orcs, they're leaving now. They're dying. Clan spears are chasing after more orcs and goblins too. Right over here, we have our Ashen Sorcerer at 89 kills, and you're seeing a spellcaster fight in melee combat. Let's check out these combat animations. I haven't really gotten to see them, so, oh, it's so good. 97 kills. These attacks are insane. So they're able to hit multiple foes instead of just like one. They're definitely making melee more powerful like that for standard attacks. Over here, some clan rat spears that will probably break. They're not doing too well. If we go look at the main portion of the battle, though, many of them are now beginning to break. We can see where everyone is at right now. We wounded their lord. We're at 128 kills for the DEATHMASTER. He's got a 90 melee attack, which is incredibly high, so he's going to be able to land all of his deadly attacks. We want him to be able to land them because we want him to be able to win. The best offense will provide a good defense. So now we've won. We're just going to chase after them. The battle is over. Oh, that had such a huge yield. And we're probably going to have another battle to fight. Hopefully not, but we'll see. We're getting closer to that fort, though. We're getting much, much closer. After that big battle, my God. We can really do anything. 12% more replenishment. We'll take that too. I don't want their food. It's only 2 food. It all belongs to me. Oh, their entire army's not destroyed yet, so we still need some time. Gotcha. Banner of Verminous Scurrying. So that could be very good for a ranged unit. Maybe my slings. More speed, less melee defense. Orcsbane, plus 3 leadership whenever fighting greenskins. And, oh, surprisingly, our Skaven are quite happy. They're having a rap party. Don't think too much into it. You won't like it. Okay, we've got a new rank. Much higher chance of stealing a magic item. That's very cool. I'm not going to get it just yet. I think I want him to have a bit more armor as well. So we'll take that. Thick-skinned. For Zap Spark, we'll give to him. That weapon would be okay. He's actually dealing a lot of damage with his Warp Stars. I'll take Skitter Leap. Yeah, we'll keep on getting new abilities. Oh no, we're not quite ready yet. We still have like one more good fight to go. We killed a lot of them, but they were able to get away, which caused the entire issue to begin with. There we go. Take your ability. Enjoy. I'll do it again if I need to. I'm not worried about it. I'll fight that battle once more. Blade Rock, Tier 3. That's what we truly need right now. Okay, public order is going up. We're trying to counter those issues that we're dealing with currently. We can look at some clan contracts later. I think I want to keep on stealing things. I'm not really too keen on trying to bother any of the clans just yet. I'll have to really like sit down and look at each one and see what benefits I want to focus on. Clearly, we're going to have like 1 or 2 angry factions. But again, if I just take my time and I look at it before investing, we'll have the entire campaign to figure it out. Okay, 500 gold whenever I conquer what I'm trying to conquer already. Oh, look at that. They combined up what they had. That's even better. It makes it a little bit less annoying for me to go after them. So I can go straight in and fight them. The only issue is largely that, oh yeah, they're not going to come for me, are they? No, they're going to wait for me to go there. So I will have to go fight this battle out traditionally. I'll have to use, of course, our hero and our lord extensively, which is why I need him to be here. If we didn't have him, we could be in trouble. Well, let's go. Here's a fairly nasty battle. Look over here. We're having to line up carefully because if I overextend, I could lose way too many. Now we have DEATHMASTER SNIKCH heading up to the walls. We have our siege towers also moving up. They are being bombarded by those blasted towers. We've got to take them out now or we're going to be in a lot of trouble. And look at that. It's vampiric themed, even though we are fighting goblins. Let's go over to their walls and check out what they have. So we're looking at a lot of Goblin Archers. Back over here, we have standard goblins. You know, the usual fare. My big fear is that they'll bring a bunch of archers right over here where they'll be able to easily shoot at us. They do have a lot, so they could easily do it. Let's go look elsewhere. We've got, let's see, 1 Orc War Boss, 400 weapon strength, not bad. Orc Air Boys, they're ready to do what they need to do. Clanrat Spears are now moving in. We're taking some damage, sure. We're going to move up and try to capture 1 tower. That tower right over here on the right-hand side. And so we're just letting the DEATHMASTER shield himself from all of those attacks. He's at 497 for weapon strength, a 67 charge bonus, incredibly high. And over here we have Zap Spark, just kind of waiting. We'll be using his shield ability in this battle extensively to keep our lord up. And here they come right now. Let's go check out the battle that's about to commence right away. There we go. Now they get to unleash. I'm sure we'll lose a lot, but we have the numbers that we need, and we just need to win 1 more battle if we want to obliterate their entire faction. Then we can begin to plot and plan and really coerce our foes into doing what we want. It's definitely a very fun faction. I did not know that I was going to like the Eshin units because I didn't like them beforehand, but now I love them. They're so good. Now they're actually effective. That armor-piercing damage goes a long way. Here comes our Ashen Sorcerer, wading right into the scrap. Check out these animations. It's such a good fight. Tiny little fighters fighting other tiny little fighters. That Sorcerer, though. You white-furred monstrosity. Hitting so many goblins with every single attack. So over here we have DEATHMASTER SNIKCH, who's also in the midst of it. I'm just gonna be, oh, that poor goblin. He's like, screw that particular goblin right there. Whoa. Fascinating. He's like, look, I've watched Naruto 86 times. Shippuden, haven't really watched Boruto, but hey, I've learned the moves. I know how to run. I know how to stab. Watched a little bit of One Piece. I know how to use some 3 blades here. One on a tail rather than his, you know, mouth. All right, so these rats over here are winning the battle quickly and promptly, and we're going to test out our warp grinders on that gate. It'll be a bit deadly with all these archers that are going to be able to damage them. They do have orc air boys, and those are pretty sturdy in melee combat. Not great, but I mean, like, sturdier than your average archer group. They would be able to hold for a period of time. The rats go in. The goblins never come out. The rat trap. You can see right over here is where we're obliterating one group, and that's all intentional. We are meaning to do that. We've got to get rid of them right away. Let's go check out our kills real quick. So, our sorcerer has over 30 kills. Deathmaster, nearly 50. These goblins are now wavering. Right over here, we have more wavering goblins. Let's go check out what their archers are. Yep, see, right over here. That is what I was worried about. They're going to be able to have a nice position to hit us. I mean, look at that platform. That's a great platform to arc some volleys. We'll see what they do as they continue to head up towards us. Let's go look over here now, where what do we have? We've got some orc boys that are moving away. And let's go check out the gate and see how much damage these warp grinders do to a gate. Okay, look at that damage. Look at how quickly they're damaging that gate. So they're a great tool to have if you just want to break in and take them on. And you can use that Ashen Sorcerer spell to allow them to stalk up here without being seen so that you could easily break down the gate without having to be shot up, hopefully. We're also going to move in these slings right over here on the right wall, just so that we can actually get some hits and distract them. So now we need to bring in some more Clan Rat Spears. We're going to send a few more through the fort tower. There's another star ability straight from our Ashen Sorcerer, who's at over 50 kills right now. 50. Armor of Darkness, Warp Stars. I always forget what they're called, but they're called Warp Stars. Fortunately, we're fighting a pretty minor foe, so I'm very confident in their ability to be able to handle all of that stuff. Here's Deathmaster Snitch at 79 kills, but fighting some orc boys, and you know that can be tough. And here's a war boss at 400 weapon strength, 70 armor, and a pretty decent melee defense of 46, a melee attack of 58, so we'll be able to hit him a lot more. We have over here our warp grinders also helping to take out these goblins on the front lines. We have some more Clan Rat Spears moving in, and we're trying to move in these Night Runners quickly. I didn't want to wait, so that's going to cause some movement issues, but they're going to be able to at least get some shots off and hopefully weaken these orcs even further. We do have some orc air boys on the walls over here, some more goblin archers, and orc, let's see. Oh no, those orc boys are broken. Deathmaster Snitch is now going after these orc air boys. Look at that, they've been impacted by that warp quake, dealing damage to them, to a large group of them. Just completely digging into the ground, leaving no trace of mercy to be found. You can see how many of them have already been broken. Over here, we've got some more Clan Rat Spears that have already taken the wall. We're just trying to get everyone onto the wall so that we can come on down and fight some more Goblin Archers who have 12 and 10 kills. That will only go up. Our Sorcerer at 97 kills. I love him so much. He's by far one of my favorite heroes now. Oh, that's so good. That is so darn good. Let's go look over here. That Orc War Boss is still very much alive. We have over here Night Runner Slings that are just trying to get into the fight, unfortunately. Unfortunately for them. We've got some Goblins too, some Clan Rat Spears. What else are we looking at? We're looking at more units that have already broken. They're done for. And let's see, what else do we have? Deathmaster Snitch at 151 kills. Then the Goblins, let's see, 4 kills. What else do we have? We've got an Orc War Boss. Only had 2 kills. We've been able to break a lot of them. Let's just kind of zoom out real quick. So, these archers are still very much alive. We're trying to use some more warp stars. Just whenever we can. It's a great ability that shoots right through them. Deathmaster Snitch is still moving in. That warp quake, so good. It's about time to go after that warp. I almost called him a warp boss. That war boss. Snitch is at 163. He's using his concealment bombs right now. These goblins are right over here. They're breaking, so we're going to be able to move in. You can see how they're surrounded. We're bringing in some more units too. We're just getting everyone inside. Well, most of them inside. Now we've got, oh yeah, look at that. 22 kills. They've been able to flank. Now it's time to go after that Orc War Boss. The Deathmaster will be able to take him on, especially if we buff him up. But I did bring him out over here to go after these archers just to keep them away from me and to keep them from being able to kill any more of my units. I needed them to go, but I'm going to bring him back now There's really not too much left. Let's go over here now. Ashen Sorcerer, what are you doing? 133 kills. I mean, again, how many low-level spellcasters do you see accumulating that many kills so early? Oh, it's so debilitating. Here we go. Now we're going after that war boss. Let's check out his health with that initial charge. Oh, that was a nice one. That was a good one. So this guy is done. He's just having a good time, and we're going to buff him up with that spell from our sorcerer just to keep him nice and beefy so he's not taking nearly as much damage. That war boss just lost a huge chunk of health. There we go. Now broken. Now fleeing. Here, let's go watch him get killed. That's our favorite thing to do as a Skaven faction. More warp stars. And out of here, another beheading. We've seen so many beheadings, I can make a montage. And over here is the final portion of the fight, where all of our rats are charging in. The goblins are trying to defend this miserable, cursed city. But it's all for nothing. Because we have the numbers, we have the power. And so we push in. We've killed their leader. Their war boss has been broken. He was left behind. It's such a large portion of units over here, too. They could have pushed down together, but I do get why you would have wanted to. Maybe you think you can hold a little bit better, but yeah, let's go look at that real quick. It's just done. We're bringing some slings in from behind, but the battle is over. We have won. It's time to move on. That was a good win. We beat them. We lost only 388, which for a Skaven army is really not too bad. Let's go over here and get it up to level 2. Now have a new fortress. 500 gold gained. The red clouds are gone. We've unlocked a new right. The 13th scheme. And while we are here, I can't build up anything too extreme. I do want my public order to go up, so we'll take that. A rubbish pit, I probably don't want that for now. Rank 7, okay. I suppose I will give you that capability to have a higher chance of stealing magical items. 25% is really nothing to sneeze at. Thing in training. Okay, unit experience gain per turn, plus 40. Those of Eshin knowledgeable in the Cathanian art of war are few and far between, using their learned secrets to advance their brood's malevolence. So now that we've done that, we need a new target. We could go after Darkhold. We could go after Ash Ridge Mountains and fight some dwarves. I'm wondering if there's other Skaven clans out here or if it's just me. But I would like to unite my current province. Fighting dwarves might be a bit much, but I guess we'll find out soon enough. I mean, I don't really know the layout over here very well. I haven't really gone over here very much. Plus, there have been new additions. Oh, you're over here. Hey. A clan nest. Well, good for you, kids. I'm losing some food per turn. That's unfortunate. That's okay. I'll work on that. We'll try to save up what we can. We are at 63, so we are at a higher level than we were before. Which is not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right, now that we're done doing that, let's go do our say-so. Night Lord Sneak demands that his chief assassin periodically travels back to Skavenblight to report to him on Clan Eshin's shady affairs. So now it's time for him to go. I've got to do it for right now. Look at that, 1336 when it comes to, 3 shy of having the perfect amount, the perfect number. Master Assassin, 5% range to move. Oh my god, look at that. Plus 25 to armor. That's really powerful. We'll take that. Vitik of Cripple Peak. That's a great name. Yeah, we'll take him. There we go. And now, what about you? We could save it up, but no, let's use it all up right now. I can't take any technology. Let's see. Troublemaker. Gain 5 food. Vision. 1,000. Okay. 1,000 gold is not too bad either. Resets all used schemes, so I'm not going to use up all my food like that. Yeah, let's try it. Let's try to get some money. Why not? And done. That was completed. We were able to gain some more money. And that feels really good. Okay, so we need to be level 15 for the next one. But now we have 2 schemes. I just wanted the cooldown to kind of be the same there. Well, I guess it's just all over, so it doesn't really matter too much. But still, that's now over. And you're now rank 8. Oh, here we go. Warp Fireball? What? Oh, it's so cool. Okay, yeah, we'll use that. Man, the Ashen Sorcerer is supremely powerful. He keeps up with our leader when it comes to kills. That's insane. So let's see. Moderate magical and fire damage. Not bad. Now it's time to end our turn. The Deathmaster is back and ready for duty. We've completed more technology to provide one more food, and Fight Dirty is completed too. Now, what more do we want? More growth? Early on, that could be fantastic. Upkeep goes up by 10%. No way, can't do that. That's like a late game thing for me. +2. Yeah, oh yeah, I mean, I will eventually be recruiting assassins, so that could be alright. It'll take a long time to get any of it. Alright, buddy, you get to go away for now, so I'm going to send you out on a job. I can just kind of like rotate them, I suppose, when I really think about it. So we'll come over here. Who am I going to bother? If I spy on you, food goes down. Oh, I don't like that. Construction cost goes up for that one. Clan Moore's contract. Okay. Spy on Clan Molder. I could certainly do that. Clan Molder wouldn't be happy about it. But again, the whole lack of food, that idea bothers me quite a bit. So let's see, what about you? Spy on Clan Moors. Here's Clan Moors over here. We lose a little bit of public order if we do that. If they like me more, then hey, we'll be okay. So I think I'm going to help you out for now. We'll just do that. Alright, Vitek, goodbye. Have fun. Yeah, get him out of here. Now Snitch is back. Look at that. We're much better than we were before. We'll go off to do that one there. Our reputation is going up, down for one faction, unfortunately. Now, can we move on? I believe we can. We still have some public order issues, and there's a lot that I want to pick up. Like over here, let's see. That would give me corruption, growth, casualty replenishment. I think we could take that for now just to kind of get up to tier 3. Because I needed to really change up and quickly. Over here, our province is doing fine. I've got plenty of units. Fighting dwarves will probably still be a huge challenge. Ratfu, are you kidding me? Okay, so they won't be able to bother me. Slippery is very good for melee defense and speed. There's Trixie from the shadows at 16. Oh, it's very powerful. But for now, I'm going to take Jump Scare. Enemy units are afflicted with temporary defensive penalties at the beginning of ambush battles. Oh, very cool. And their leadership goes down by 5, which is more important to me whenever I'm fighting like weaker foes. Oh yeah, look at that. We've got some public order issues. Not to mention there's some evil afoot. Now let's just go right over here and get Darkhold. That'll give me 2 locations. We might then just go after the dwarfs right away. It won't be easy, but do I want to do it? Absolutely. We can use the underway instead next time. So I've got plenty of gold. Plenty of gold. I could even just like cancel some taxation for one location if I would just want to elevate the overall public order for that area. So I've got layers of options of what I can do and what I want to do. So now let's just get ready. It's time for potential colonization. Another contract received. You can look at that in just a little while. Let's see what's over here. Eshin Clanstone, more diplomatic relations, more growth. Yeah, I'm losing a little bit of food, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. I won't be able to expand you, unfortunately, but we'll take it. Okay, it's 2 locations that now belong to me. Untainted +1, iron resource production, 20 ingots, and 80 gold per turn. So look over here now. Let's see, I could get more replenishment. I think I'll take that for right now. Yeah, we'll just like enhance those. They're relatively cheap. It's a good way for me to kind of just keep up what I have. And even though I do want to potentially get some like better units of some sort, like even an assassin or a plague claw catapult, I'm going to build up my covert choke points, largely because I do not like dwarfs. Dwarfs could potentially take me out, and I don't want that. I'm not here for that type of behavior. So we completed what we could. Let's end our turn again. We still need to replenish, so that'll take a few turns. Oh yeah, we'll be ready in maybe like 3 to 4 turns. We've completed another building, and we have been able to colonize Darkhold. It'll take a few turns, of course, to replenish. Like 2 more turns, we'll be good then. Then we can go after Ash Ridge Mountains, unless any of you have a much better idea that we could potentially do that. But over here, we've got Flayed Rock at tier 3. Let's upgrade the Haunted Forest. Actually, we'll upgrade Pig Barter first. I need walls everywhere. There goes my gold, but again, I need protections to avoid these dwarfs from being able to use the underway to come hit me too. So we'll come after them. I could try to rebuild Mount Greyhag. Oh, what's over here? Right, Rictus Clan Nest. Then we have the Bloody Spears at Mount Silver Spear. I'm not too worried about any of them. I've got one scheme that's right over here. 5 turns until the next used scheme resets. I think I'll just like wait and save them up. now that I understand how that plays out. And I could easily go after any of these clans over here and make people very angry. Yeah, see, Clan Moors wouldn't like me. I could counter that. But Clan Molder would like me more. Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. But we've got to wait for our friend to come back. I'm going to use him for that role. He's got one job, and that's to be my master assassin. And I think we're done here for right now, so let me know what you think about the campaign. Do leave a like down below and look forward to more later. And come and join my Discord and say hey. And don't forget to follow my Twitter, which is linked down below too. And look forward to even more content later on. Yeah, on my Discord, you can name units and all of that good stuff. So anyway, everyone, thank you for watching.